the smoked uncured ham steak that I got. This is the boar's head variety. And I'm gonna prepare this, and then I'm gonna add, I have 1 can of beans left in my pantry, some yellow-eyed peas, kind of like black-eyed peas, but a yellow variety that I wanted to try. So that'll finish off a can of beans out of my pantry, but I'm gonna cook this to go ahead and add flavor to it, and then I'll eat it with the rice that I have. One thing about this ham, it's pretty low in fat. It's 2 grams of fat for 3 ounces, and you get 2.5 to 3. I'll probably stretch it to 3 servings because I'm gonna make 3 containers of beans. So not too bad. And I'm doing kind of low fat right now at the advice of my doctor and a naturopath that I'm seeing right before I have surgery. They encourage me to go low fat just until surgery and until things recalibrate. But I'll tell you guys more about that as the days come by. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this up and prepare it with the beans. Here it is chopped up. I'm gonna add it to a little pot that I have. I'm not gonna cook it in the nonstick pan just because the pan's so big and I don't feel like pulling it out right now. But I'm just gonna add some olive oil spray to keep it from sticking too much. And I'm gonna add it to the pot and see how it works cooking it that way. All right, so I'm gonna add just enough to cover the bottom so that it can cook. I added more olive oil spray than I meant to. I don't like the way this current bottle of olive oil spray is spraying. It's just kind of spraying in a straight line and it doesn't spread all over the pan, but we'll see. There's a little bit of fat in the ham, so that'll help. So I'm just adding the pan in a layer so that each side can kind of brown. I'm gonna put it on high. I've got the olive oil spray in there so it shouldn't burn. And if it brown, I mean, we want it to brown, so we'll see how this turns out. I kind of wish I would have done it in the pan, but I just didn't feel like pulling that huge pan out right now. So you can see it's starting to brown. I flipped some of the pieces of ham. Next time I'll definitely do it in the non-stick. I just, I didn't want to pull it out, but they're starting to cook. They're starting to brown. I'll lower the heat so that it wouldn't burn, and then I'll just kind of flip them a few times till they're brown on each side, and then they'll be ready. All right, so simple meal prep. I've got 1 can of these yellow-eyed beans. These are the heirloom variety that I picked up a while back just to try. You can get them at Whole Foods. I think I got these at QFC or Safeway, but yellow-eyed beans. I've got the ham that I've browned, the ham steak that I've browned. Got some Tony's sachets for seasoning. I'm just gonna divide the can of beans into these 3 containers, get 3 servings. I'll save this for the actual one that I take to work each day because I'll put rice in there, but I don't know if I'll be able to fit the rice in there with it. I definitely need to invest in some more containers. I've kind of worked my way through the plastic ones. I'm trying to decide which meal prep containers I want to bring next, but we'll start with this. Got the beans added to each container. Now I'm just gonna evenly divide the ham. I'm sure there's a easier way than this, but this is what I'm doing tonight. And then I'll bring the rice separately because I don't think I'll have room for it in these little containers. All right, there we go, 3 containers. I'll put rice in this one and bring it each day and refill it the next day. So I've got 3 meals ready to go. I did forget to add seasoning, to add Tony's to each little bowl, but it's okay. I keep Tony's at work in my desk so I can just add some there when I reheat it. And I can add some when I heat it over here too. So I'm not gonna reopen each bowl just to add this. Cooking some rice to go along with the rest of the beans that I have. And I've got 3 cups in here because I'm gonna eat it with the beans. And then I feel like I have something else that goes with rice, but if not, I'll find use for it or I'll freeze it. But I'm making 3 cups of rice. I'm gonna pop the lid on and plug it in, turn it on. So the rice just dinged, it's ready, and I'm just gonna show you there's nothing better than a fresh pot of rice. Oh, it's so good. I can hear it. It's so good. I'm gonna let it kind of cool. I'm gonna unplug it so it doesn't burn on the bottom of the pot. Let it cool a little bit and serve it in to, I have to figure out what I'm gonna put it in because I'm kind of out of containers. I threw away some of my Tupperware because it was old. I need to buy some more. But in the meantime, I need to store this somewhere. I guess I could just put the whole pot in there once it cools off. But I'm gonna serve up enough to take with me to work tomorrow with the beans. I divided the rice into containers. This is what I'll take with me to work tomorrow for the beans. So I've got about 1 serving in there. This is extra. I'll probably divide this up and use it for the next couple of days with the other containers of beans. This is more extra and more extra. So if I don't use these 2, I'll find some way to use them eventually, but if I don't use them this week, I'll just pop them in the freezer. These 2 containers are freezer safe. This is just one of those Ziploc containers, and this is a previous ice cream container, so I can stick them in the freezer for safekeeping, but you can't hurt fresh rice, huh? I mean, it's just good. Oh, so good. So, I've got my meals ready. Tomorrow morning, I'm probably gonna make a little smoothie for breakfast. So this is how the beans and rice turned out. I've reheated it. This is the next day or a couple days later, but this is what it looks like when it's all warmed up and ready to eat. All right, another midweek small haul just to get me through. I've been eating leftovers still, but I'm gonna try to cook something tonight. I'm gonna try to make the cabbage casserole, use up some of my cans out of my pantry. So I'll order the lean meat because I'm doing lean right now until I have surgery and my body sorts everything out. So lean ground beef for the cabbage casserole. I've got a ton of water. This isn't the exact kind that I ordered, but they haven't had it, I guess, but it's fine. This one has the pop top. But the reason I'm getting these, I don't normally buy bottled water anymore since I bought my Brita filter, but having surgery come up, I just want water that's easy to grab for a couple of weeks. So each grocery haul, I'm buying a few. So we got quite a few of those. I guess they didn't have the already set up packs, so she bought individual, which is fine. They're a little smaller than the liters, but it'll be fine. And I've got another creamer. I still have some of the vanilla, but I'm about a little more than halfway through, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy another one just to have it ready to go because I hate getting up and not having creamer. And then I bought 2 soups to try. So I'll probably try one today. I'm gonna try the chicken noodle today, probably. And then I got the tortellini and vegetable. So I like the minestrone, so I'm hoping I like these 2 as well. So midweek haul, we've got another wash all the dishes in the house week going on. I have another set in the dish drain. Once these dry, I'll put them away and then transfer the others to finish drying and finish the last of the dishes. But I've been working a little too hard and this is the result. I don't have time for dishes during the week until my day off. So hopefully that'll end soon. I'm ending some of my extra shifts that I've picked up. I have the last one, I think, today for a while. Tomorrow is my last extra shift for a while, so I'll be able to kind of take care of myself a little bit. But this is what I have. This is my small haul. So I ended up not making the cabbage casserole yet. I'll probably make it this weekend, but I found a container that I defrosted out of the freezer of cabbage casserole from the last time I made it. So I'm gonna go ahead and reheat this at work today and I'll eat that. I'll pick up some crackers on my way and have crackers and cabbage casserole. All right, so using up an item out of my freezer, I had this container full of this taco casserole that I made a few weeks ago. I had frozen the leftovers and I pulled them out of the freezer just this week and I reheated it in the microwave. So I'm gonna put it on a tortilla and add some Taco Bell mild sauce and little chips on the side. I didn't actually buy these. It was a mistake that the Instacart person made a couple weeks ago and I just never ate them. So I opened them up this week to kind of finish them off. So this will be a nice little meal. I'll go ahead and assemble it. We have one Carb Balance, Mission Carb Balance flour tortilla. I'm gonna add this taco casserole to it. it's smoking, if you can see. So it's got the cheese. The cheese just ended up on the bottom when I dumped it out of the container. It does have cheese in it. It just kind of melted. There we go. It's gonna be more like a taco than a burrito because I don't think I'm gonna manage to close this up. So we've got in here tomatoes, ground turkey, I think, beans, rice, some sauce, some cheese. All right, now I'm gonna add the Taco Bell sauce. Taco Bell sauce makes everything great. Oh. All right, we'll see how I can plate this up. So we've got a little taco boat situation going on here and some chips on the side. This will be a nice, tasty little lunch. It'll probably hold me until dinner. I probably won't even need a snack, but maybe I'll eat some of the fruit that I need to finish. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna try this soup tonight. We've got the slow simmer chicken noodle by Rouse. I really enjoyed the minestrone that I had by this brand, so I'm gonna try this one. I'm just gonna put the whole thing in this pot. I'm gonna put it on high just to get it started, and then I'm gonna turn it down to kind of a simmer and just let it simmer for a minute. I don't wanna cook too much of the broth out. So it's just coming to a boil. I'm just gonna let it boil until it kind of melts together. Another few seconds, and then I'm gonna turn it down to low to simmer. So I've turned it down to simmer. I'm just gonna let it simmer here for a minute and then pour it in the bowl. Here it is, all ready to go. I haven't tried this type of soup before, so I'll let you know how it is, whether it's a keeper or not. I'm hoping it's good. I don't have a good chicken noodle soup that I like that's pre-prepared, and it's not a soup that I really make myself. So hopefully it's a keeper. Future Bonnie here to review the soup. I did like the chicken noodle soup. I like the minestrone better. I don't know why, but I just like vegetable soups better. But it was good. I think it would have been better maybe with chicken that I could have added. Maybe some rotisserie chicken or something to add flavor. But all in all, it was a keeper. So just making a little evening snack. I'm gonna go ahead and have some of this organic peppermint tea that I bought. I was having some like upset stomach nausea kind of thing a while back, so I bought this and I'm gonna go ahead and have some tonight even though I'm feeling pretty good. I do have these ginger snaps as well to finish up, so I'm gonna go ahead and have some of those. And this was a nice little evening snack. The peppermint tea kind of did the trick right before bed without adding any caffeine. And I need to have tea more. It makes me realize that I might like having tea more if I made it a habit. So maybe you'll see more of that in the future.